Ladies and gentlemen, what's happening? Repeat back here with you. And tonight we've got our Xfinity guys, just like our trucks did on Sunday night. We're going to roll with the Roval. And yeah, you got all kinds of lefts, all kinds of rights. I think the person that's able to take those lefts and rights the best, take the best jab, avoid those turtles, or hit them with the best possible way, best possible angle with their car, they're going to be the ones that are going to be able to move on, maybe get that 5, get that top 3, get that top 10. We've got 30 some odd guys in this field tonight. It's going to be amazing. I can't wait to see how this all shakes out. Man, I tell you what, Striker, I'm glad that you're with me tonight. You had an amazing race the other night in the trucks. I know everything went pretty well for you. I don't think you really got caught up in all that much, but man, thanks for joining me in the booth tonight, buddy. Oh yeah, to say the least. Like I said, 30-something cars. It looks like we got the 48 of Aviator sitting on the pole, and you got 95. I think that's Pro Viper to his outside. So we're already starting off with a couple of really fast guys on the front. I know with the Cup guys, they're able to run about 5 races outside of their series in order to get some extra seat time. And Viper, he's been waiting to be able to do this, get in, get that valuable seat time, especially here at the Roval. I would, without a doubt, consider this the hardest of all the road tracks or road courses that these guys have got to go throughout the season. What are your thoughts? What did you learn in your truck race the other night that these Cup guys might be able to carry through to Thursday night when we all head over to HD Motorsports YouTube channel? Oh yeah, there are absolutely some guys that are going to be better than others, but I tell you what, we're finishing up this pace lap. They're rounding the 3 and 4 from the actual oval track, the track that we all get to know and love for the 600. Man, this field is packed. I mentioned 30 plus cars for tonight. They're coming through the last little bus stop, last little chicane. And they're under green. 48's going to go ahead and take them to the first turn. We're really going to have to wait and see how they're able to navigate this. They're all being preached to about patience. Hitting the brakes a little bit earlier, let it all get spread out, let this thing get really racy, and then attack. Go for it. These guys have had 2+ weeks to practice. Country Girl, I definitely appreciate that. I will turn up Striker's mic a little bit. Please let me know if that's any better. Striker, can you give Country Girl a shout out, please? Say what?
What's going on, Country?
Country, is that better? Give her a shout out.
Shout out to Country Girl. Here.
All right, let's in the meantime, as we see them all coming through that. Hey, Whitehammer. Hey, man. Sorry you couldn't make it. Also, it's gonna be an amazing race so far. The 48 of the Aviator has led the entire field. The 95 of Pro Viper started on his outside, but right now Aviator looks like he's starting to scoot away. I'm going to kind of work my way through the field here a little bit. Perfect. Thank you very much. All right, Country Girl saying that you sound much better, so that's a big plus. I'm going to keep going through. Here's the 93 and Knights. Knights is another one that came down. He's not necessarily known for his road courses, but he just like a lot of other people realized that if you're going to do anything, if you're going to be competitive in this year's championships, you're going to have to know your road courses, because in each stage of the chase, you're going to have a short track, you're going to have an intermediate track, a speedway, and a road course. I've said it, I'm going to keep it going. But yeah, so if you're going to win it this year, you're truly going to earn it. Nobody is going to walk their way into a championship. I'm going to keep going through. Here's another little plus for tonight. We got the 88 of none other than JRM Dohar, your pro league driver, one of HD's biggest competition. When the pro league was running last year. Whitehammer's asking where Parsville is. So let's see if we can't go through here a little bit. Here's the 81 of Smitty, our series leader. There's Soroka. Soroka nearly got it done the other night in the trucks. But after some contact with the wall on like the last lap, Duncan was able to get by, and Duncan went on for the win. But it wasn't without a serious challenge by Soroka in his truck. Let's keep going through. There's Cowboy Matt. Again, y'all know Country Girl. She is it's like a mainstay on my streams. And Country Girl, I completely appreciate you. Gonna keep going through. There's 98 of Bowling. All right, guys. I'm gonna find.
It looks like we got our first expiree tonight. The 6-car of Ingalls.
Yeah, Ingalls was having an issue in qualifying. He actually lagged out of qualifying. I'm sorry, it wasn't qualifying. It was actually the connection test, and had to be re-invited. So it sounds like, he's having some internet issues tonight. Here's the 28 of Boehner.
They was asking about Parza. It looks like he's running about 9th or 10th back here, getting ready to come to the start-finish line here out of last turn.
All right. Yep. I'll keep trying to find him. There's Sledgehammer. There's Augustus. Shotgun. Cowboy Matt again. Bowling. There's Parzival. All right. Par's running. You know what? I was on him before. It was right after. I was looking at one of our red, white, and blue patriotic schemes tonight. Y'all, I want to take a quick second. Some of y'all know, some don't know. I'm a veteran of the United States Air Force. I was in the security forces. Did a bit, great, probably one of the best times of my life. Not sure if y'all caught CNN tonight, and I'm not a supporter of CNN, not trying to do anything for them. But if whenever y'all get a chance, please switch over and take a look at CNN. A couple of our U.S. air bases over there were hit by a few missiles from across the Iranian border and landed in a couple of housing areas where the Iraqi and American soldiers are housed. So special, thoughts, well wishes, whatever you want to say, for our soldiers, our brave, men and ladies that are overseas tonight. Please keep them in your thoughts.
Yeah, Pete, a special shout out to you, and thank you for your service. And like you said, keep those soldiers and their families in your thoughts and prayers tonight as some of those missiles hit them air bases over there in Iran. It takes a special person to go over there and do what they do to keep us safe over here. And I personally thank them for that.
Oh, yeah. Yep. I thank them every day. I still have a lot of friends. Most of the people that I served with are just recently retired. I think there's like one left in, and he is a lifer. But now I'm actually starting to see where the nieces and nephews and sons and daughters of those that I served with are now taking theirs. So, J-Pa, I couldn't agree with you more, man. God bless the U.S. All right, I'm gonna keep going through here. Let's catch back up with the Aviator. I know he had he had a pretty big gap on the 95 of Viper. So we're going to try to get back up. There we see the 23 of Cole 315. Haven't really talked a whole lot about Cole. Cole, Q-Dog, Master Killer, J-Paw. It's like the J-Paw army. Always have all kinds of great follows for these guys. Speaking of follows, guys, if you're not already a follower of the channel, whether you watch this now, you watch this later, please go on over, smash that subscribe button, hit the notifications button. You'll never miss a lap, whether it's with trucks on Sunday or the Xfinity, Tuesday nights. I definitely appreciate all the support. It's been a lot of fun so far this year, and I'm really looking forward to getting the rest of the year in as well. Here's the 20 is Sammy Sung making his turn through the loop. Looks like Sammy's already got some pretty hefty damage to his front end. Looks like he might have come across a barrier somewhere. With 34, 36 cars, I absolutely cannot make any guarantees to catch all the action, but I will do my best, as I always do. Oh, that 0-1 just took one of those turtles like you do not want to take them. You really got to try to hit them flat. If you take them like that, going on the wrong side of the car, if you're making a right turn and you hit them on the left, you're gonna end up in trouble. Let's see, Chaos at the last. Ooh, there's the 18 hard to the outside wall. Looks like he might have just retired also. But Chaos, the last time I saw the Aviator, he was actually leading. I'll try to catch back up to
Aviator
him. There he is.
Leading.
Yep, Aviator is absolutely still leading, and he's got a pretty big lead on second place. Second place before was Viper. And it looks like Aviator's about ready, like you just said, Striker, to catch the tail end of the field as they're coming through the last part of the oval here. Can't wait to get back to this, maybe get back to the 600 this year. It's going to be a lot of fun. But the one track I am absolutely waiting for, that is Martinsville. The Martinsville night race is going to be historic, and I can't wait to be there. I'm going to keep going through the field. Yeah, here's a 95.
Viper will be second.
Yep.
Looks like, I don't know if Knights is in third or not.
It's, looks like that might be. Knights might be in third. Although, I don't know, because I just saw the 22 of Soroka a couple cars ahead. I don't think Soroka was lapped. He's turned a ton of time here. Chaos is getting his pick in. He's saying that he bets that Aviator will go ahead and walk away with this one. Chaos, I can't I can't disagree with you. Aviator is a great road course racer. He's another one just like Viper, who really wanted to hold off on the allotted amount of track time that he's able to get outside of the Cup Series. So. Yeah, I have no doubt that Aviator is going to be a strong contender. Although we did see the other night in the Truck Series, Soroka looked like he had it in the bag, where all of a sudden got a little loose, come to the first turn on the final lap, scrubbed that wall, and Duncan got by. And Duncan went on to win it all. What were you going to say, Striker? Sorry.
Oh, Cowboy hit the turtles there in a little chicane in the back. And got airborne, got in the side of the 88 there.
Oh, yeah, I was just going to say the 88, that might have been a little bit of lag, either that or the game kind of fixed up the 88 without really taking too much time from him. But, I'm going to keep going through the field. It's a pretty nice car by Dohar. Not bad at all.
Yeah, little 88 nationwide paint scheme throwback there.
Yep, he's got the nationwide paint scheme. He's got the NASCAR heat decal on the left rear quarter panel. Looks pretty good. Let's see. Yep. Country Girl's checking back in, saying Knights is in third. So great night for Knights so far. Again, he's not really known as a road course racer. So if he's, well, not if, but him sitting in third right now, that's a start of a great night for him. And if that's a sign of things to come for Thursday night when we head to the Cup Series, that should be pretty good for him. He's saying that he's
Knight's
4
putting in a
ahead
lot
of
of
Matt,
practice
and
time.
Cowboy Matt's in 7th place. What was that?
Oh, I ran with Knights in a practice race the other day, and he was pretty quick. He was surprising himself, actually.
Yeah, I mean, practice is really key when it comes to these races because most of these guys are oval chasers, me included. If I got to hit the brakes, I'm garbage. I mean, I just can't do it. And I am all throttle. I've got a lead foot. And yeah, when you've got to come out of your element into one of these races, or like when we go to Eldora here in a couple weeks, it's gonna be great. Let's see here. See you checking in the chat there, Striker. Thank you. Let's see. Here's the 8 car of Augustus. I tell you what, I was surprised when I created that crawl that y'all see across the bottom of the screen, which man, I gotta say, I gotta tell, or I gotta give a big thank you to HD, because he's helped me a ton. That crawl that y'all see across the bottom of your screen with the points, the NNR transparent NNR logo, he has helped me so much in getting to know or getting to learn. The OBS operating system. I'm starting to pick it up slowly but surely. But yeah, it's still a work in progress.
Dohar got a violation, missing part of the track. He had to stop there right before the start-finish line with cars behind him.
Yeah, I noticed that the other night in the Truck Series. If the game stops you, it will flat stop you, no matter where you're at. And if that's coming out of a corner, that is a bad scenario. You definitely don't want that. But we're gonna keep going through. Here's FNL Bowling. But what I was just saying about Augustus, Augustus is actually your point leader. He doesn't have any. Excuse me. He doesn't have any wins yet. But his consistent 4.8 finishing average, or 5.8, somewhere right around there, that's actually what has propelled him through the point stand. He's done a great job. So big shout out to Augustus. Whether he wins this tonight or not, he's doing all right for himself.
I think he hasn't finished outside the top 10 since the start of the season. I think he has 2 second place finishes. He's ran really well.
Yep, Augustus has ran very well. He's done extremely well for himself this season so far. Here you see the 3 cars, Zachary, Jason. Here's the blue and white car, Master Killer. It's actually
that car
pretty
is
nice. I like that 39 paint scheme. That's it's kind of like a dark blue splash with just a petty blue around it. That's pretty nice. I like that 39 car.
For all you Carolina fans, it would be a Carolina Panther blue.
Yeah, a little bit, almost like a Duke blue. Yeah, absolutely.
We don't say that word. That's cuss words there, Pete.
Here's 61 of Mountaineers. I tell you what, I have to give a shout out to my buddy Mountaineer also. He's been spending quite a bit of time with me, racing and on-stream and chatting with me while I was streaming, just trying to get some races in. And he's been going back and forth between a wheel and a controller, trying to figure out which one was going to be for him. And he sent me a message on Twitter earlier today saying, Pete, it's going to be the wheel. So I got to give this man props. He got this wheel less than a week ago, and here he is putting it to the test on the toughest road course in the 2019-2020 NNR season, and he looks like he's doing pretty well with it so far. Keep it going, Mountaineer. I got your back, buddy. I'm going to keep going through.
Pete, I got to say, Aviator has walked away with the lead. There is no sign of Viper behind him anywhere. He's just stepped away from everybody here.
Yeah, Aviator's in a class all his own tonight. And when he was qualifying, I was actually watching his stream. Which, by the way, if any of y'all are on Mixer, both Aviator and Boehner are streaming tonight. Kind of get an in-car view if you wanted. I mean, yeah, I can do something like this to kind of show you how Boehner's getting around the track right now, but it's not quite the same. It's quite a bit more interesting. Because you can bounce between this stream, you can bounce between Aviator stream, Boehner stream. You can kind of move around a little bit throughout the field, but nonetheless, I definitely appreciate them streaming as well. Helps us with lap count. Cautions are actually off tonight as a test, just the same way the trucks did it the other night, and I think it turned out pretty well. I'm going to keep going through. Here's Destroyer in his one car, red, white, and blue scheme, going through the inner loop here, about to come out and head through 3 and 4, get back out on the oval here in just a second. Back to the 23 of Cole. Cole definitely looks like he's still struggling. J-Pa kind of checked in a little bit ago, saying that yeah, he's definitely having some problems. Let's see here. Back to the 20 is Sammy Sung. Old Papa Bear. The 60 of Mr. Stout Whiskey. Yeah, even Stout decided that he was gonna get some laps under his belt. Look at that, man! Look at that Valvoline throwback. That looks pretty nice. It's not the 88. It's not the. Okay, coming to the end of stage 1. Awesome. Stage 1, I believe, was 13 laps. Stage 2 is 15 laps, and then stage 3 is going to bring us to the checkers. But yeah, looks like the rest of the field's kind of catching up to the end of the stage. But yeah, that 60 car Stout Whiskey looks pretty nice. I gotta say, it's looks pretty racy. All right, I'm going to try to catch back up to the 48 of the Aviator. Hey, there he is.
Man, a bunch of tore up cars tonight. I'm telling you.
Yeah, a lot of people with some dented hoods and fenders. By the end of this race, some of them are going to look like they've been through Martinsville. Yep. Okay, so 15 laps in stage 1. They are complete. Thanks again, Country Girl. I'm sure when this all comes back out, no matter what Aviator's pit crew gives him, since he's been in his own zip code, he will retain the lead. Oh, but it looks like unless Dohar didn't, maybe Dohar might have tried something. Now, there's no pace lap with this. They are going to go straight to green. Looks like Dohar's going to peel off. Yep, Dohar's gonna maybe not. Yeah, okay. Dohar's
Soroka making a move to the inside of Aviator.
Yep, Soroka trying to get to the inside of the 48. So I knew Soroka was gonna be strong. We'll have to see just how strong he is. He was kicking himself in the rear end after the Truck Series, after giving that race away to Duncan. Which, by the way, big shout out to Duncan, rookie in NNR, his first race. Of all tracks, his first race is here at the Roval, and he gave a fit to Soroka for that win. So yeah, big shout out to Duncan. Duncan, if you're in chat, or if you watch this now, watch this later, congrats again, man. But yeah, Aviator right now looks like he's already starting to walk away a bit from Soroka in that 22. Soroka was very, very good the other night in the braking zones. That's really where he made up a whole lot of time before he was able to get by the truck that Duncan was driving. Don't recall the numbers right now. I apologize, but yeah, Aviator is absolutely driving away. We'll have to see if Soroka is able to do anything with him in, again, those braking zones. Let's keep going through the field. Get back to this 93 car in Knights. Looks like he's got a bit of traffic. He's got the 61 of Mountaineer. He's I think that I'm trying to see who that is behind him. That's the
The
12.
88 ducked off the pit road here.
Yeah, I'm guessing when they all pit, the 88 didn't hit that double A twice. Kind of a rookie mistake by old Mr. Dohar, but hey, we all make them. I'm sure with how long this track is, he won't go a lap down, but he'll definitely have his work cut out for him if he's going to try to get back up towards the top of this field anytime soon. But definitely wish Dohar a lot of luck. Going to keep going through the field here. Speaking of Dohar, here he is going through turn 1 right now. So like you said, he went into the pits, got 4 freshies, tank of gas, and he's going to be on a tear trying to catch back up, no doubt. Here's 69, a Rowdy Burns. Thought it was kind of funny when I was putting the points together. The 69 of Burns is 69 points behind first place. So yeah, Rowdy's not having too bad of a season right now. The 81 is Smitty, kind of giving a little sheet metal music to the car in front as they head into turn 1. Got the 39 right in front of him, Master Killer. Here's the 22 of Soroka. Here's the gap between the 22 of Soroka and the 48 of the Aviator. So Aviator really hasn't been able to walk away. So after that pit, it kind of sounds like, or seems like, Soroka's been able to get in, adjust his air pressures, maybe do something with his grill tape, adjust his wedge, maybe free it up, maybe start it a little bit tighter, so he had a little bit more to work with. Stark, when it comes to these setups, what do you prefer? Do you prefer to start on a lower setup and kind of free it up from there? Or do you prefer to start on a higher setup so you have a little bit more give in the chassis and tighten it up for the race?
It depends on the track, really. Super speedways, I'll start on a higher preset, 7, 8, 9, somewhere around in there. Your speedways, I typically do 1 to 3 and loosen it up from there. Really, it's personal preference. I like a little bit tighter race car, so to say, so I don't loosen it up a whole lot. But yeah, it's
all
personal
about personal
preference mainly. Yes.
Gotcha. Yeah, we're just
a lot of guys
will
run that. A lot of guys will run them looser setups because they're faster. Me, I like a long run car in the end, so it's there. But yeah.
Gotcha. I've been watching a little bit of a battle there. When I first got to the 21 at Sledgehammer, it almost looked like he was hung up on the turtles there, but he was able to get past it. Then he was under fire by the 60 Stout Whiskey. Again, I'm loving that paint scheme. J-Pa mentioned something earlier about how it was kind of like the Mark Martin throwback. And it took me a minute to catch on to what he was talking about, but yeah, that's a pretty nice looking car.
You got a good battle here between Zachary Jason in the 3 and Q-Dog in the 9 here as they go through the chicane on the backstretch.
I'll see if I can absolutely find him.
Hey, Pete, we possibly have a special announcement to make here tonight.
Yep, we can absolutely do that. As soon as I get to the 3 of Zachary Jason, if that battle's still going on. Been kind of going through also and kind of seeing if there was anything else happening. I tell you what, I just landed on this 19 car of a Cowboy Matt. That car, that's actually looking really clean. I think Country Girl mentioned that Matt was running around 7th place before. I tell you what, with how clean his car looks, I don't doubt it. He looks like he's running a pretty good time right now. He's getting through the corner really well, getting into the braking zones pretty quick, hitting the turtles only where he's got them. Hits the lefts on the lefts, the rights on the rights. He's not squaring up on the turtles. Yeah, he's making it through the chicanes pretty clean. Great job by by Cowboy Matt.
I was watching him battle with Stout Whiskey just a minute ago, a couple of laps ago, and I tell you what, for as close as I was battling, it was super clean and super competitive.
Yep. Country Girl's asking what a chicane is. All right, Country Girl, I tell you what, I give her a lot of credit. Um, she's been trying to learn as much as possible. We in the past few streams, she's picked up little tidbits, here and there. Country Girl, a chicane it's a little off section of the track that you got to go through. It's meant to really slow up the speed of your car. And when Matt was coming down the backstretch, that little inner loop that went through, that's a chicane is just another word for that. And Turtles at the Roval, they've got those speed bumps that are just a little bit bigger than a curb, and they're made out of metal. They're not actually part of the concrete. They can be unbolted, and you can bring them to put them back, whatever. They're basically just bigger humps on that are put on the track to build a bit of a chicane or a causeway. It's what's I for better lack of terms, it's basically just a piece of track that's laid down for the road courses when they get to that part of the season. But if you go in by Matt and he gets to an inner loop where he's got to get on the brakes really hard and turn in and then turn back out to the main track again, he just went through a chicane. And there's old Mr. Flow Dog checking into the chat saying turtles are reptiles that hide from their prey in a shell. You can't fool me, Pete. Ha 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 ha. Anyhow, moving on. Stryker, you know what? I think it's a good idea. What Stryker was just kind of alluding to is we've been in discussion now for past few weeks about creating an NNR podcast. It'll be something that everyone will be able to tune in to watch, or not watch, but listen to. It'll be all about NNR, the Truck Series, the Xfinity Series, the Cup Series, League news, maybe point rundown. We'll have special visitors. We haven't quite decided what day and what time that we're going to do this all on, but this will be something that will be coming to NNR very soon as more information is agreed upon, and how the schedules all work out. It'll be more to we'll be able to tell you more about it. Let me see. I'm going to keep going through. Stryker, if there's anything that you want to add to that, please go right ahead.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it, man. It's gonna be super fun, super informative. It's gonna break down stats and info of driver. Pardon me.
No, you're good.
Stats and info of drivers, and it's gonna break down previous race. It's gonna talk about upcoming races. Like Pete said, we're gonna have guest speakers come on. Such as drivers or series owners, blah blah blah. But as it comes together, I hope all you guys come and listen and tune in and enjoy what we have to say.
Yeah, it's going to be a great time. I'm looking forward to it. Stryker, if you can you please get us a lap count? As you see the three cars, Zachary, Jason, diving to the inside of Duman. Duman actually just served a little bit of a course penalty there. He just had to do it again. Three's now diving underneath. I think that was the 93 in Knights. So he's moving on up through the field. It looks like the two of Duman's really having a little bit of an issue right now. He did tell me earlier he was really just going to be trying to maintain his points. He's not, a road course ringer by any means. Did say that he'd be struggling. He was just going to try to do his best, and hopefully he'd be able to walk away here with some positive points. Maybe steal a stage win or something like that. So, it's the two of Duman really doing what he can again to make sure that not only does he get the time here, but he doesn't lose too many points as we get ready for Bristol next week. Here you see the 93 at Knights, who's backing up into traffic trying to get that thing righted. Knights was having a solid run earlier. Looks like he's definitely going to lose some track position, face first into that wall.
Country Girl beat me to it. There's 4 to go.
I tell you what, she is like, I can't say Johnny on the spot because she's a girl. We'll call her Joanna on the spot.
Janie.
There we go.
Yeah, Janie, Johnny.
Yeah, Janie on the spot. Joanna on the spot, something like that. No, I appreciate you. Let's see. I'm going to keep going through. Here's the 6 of Ingalls. Unfortunately, he lagged out early. I haven't really talked much about old Ripper Magoo in this 12 machine. Don't really know a whole lot about him. I know that he's been pretty consistent. Not really a guy that been able to get into a party on Xbox with and chat with him, learn anything about him. Maybe that's something that we can think about doing, Striker, is bringing in some of these lesser known guys and get them to really introduce themselves to NNR, the NNR fan base, and kind of introduce them to NNR. Me, you,
yeah.
some of the series leaders. Maybe
Definitely.
he's just one of those guys that practices, gets his picks in, qualifies, shows up, qualifies, and does his thing. Hey, look at that. Country Girl says her name is Joanne, so Joanne on the spot. There we go.
We could. What do the fans want to hear? What is the viewers want to hear us talk about?
Yeah, we can absolutely put some kind of a poll out there, and we can try to make it completely fan-based, fan-oriented. Absolutely. NNR's building more and more of a fan base all the time. And speaking of that, please, guys, give us that follow. Hit that subscribe button. Hit that notifications button. You won't be sorry. These guys put on a great show every week. Sunday nights, 9 o'clock, 9:30, right around there, depending on how long qualifying takes. For the truck series tonight for Xfinity, to see the 93 and Knights really ended up in some hot water right there. He just lost a ton of spots. So Knights is really struggling after having a promising P3, I'm guessing P3 finish to the first stage. But as Country Girl said, we're going to be coming to the end of stage 2 here, and then all bets are off. These guys are going to be all about that third stage and locking in their first road course win of the season.
The competition in this league in all 3 series is no slouch. It is probably by far the most competitive, cleanest league there is out there. As a driver, I can say that.
Yep, NNR is without a doubt, and throughout the Heat community, it is known to be the best default league on Xbox. Period. Tyrone. Please. The website for NNR is nnrleague.com. Please head on over. There's some information to fill out, and either BNR Smitty will reach back to you about Xfinity, or Carol will reach back out to you about the trucks. Nobody really starts out right in Cup. You really got to kind of essentially prove yourself to get up to that series, and usually that's kind of few and in between.
It took me 3 years.
Yeah, there you go. Like Stryker just said, it took him 3 years to try to get in. But by all means, Tyrone, if what you see is something you'd like, go on up, hit that follow button. You won't miss a lap, I promise. This is the official NNR channel for both the truck series on Sunday nights, and also the Xfinity cars for Tuesday nights. As we see, the stage 2 has come to a close with the lead that Aviator had. I'm sure that he's wrapped up his second stage as well.
Tyrone, I got it. Go ahead.
Okay, yeah. But yeah, the website is nnrleague.com. You can also find us on Twitter, _racing. And yeah, if you follow this here, be able to keep up. But man, it's been a great start to the 2019-2020 season, and I don't think the end of the season is going to disappoint at all either. I'm going to keep going through until I can find that old 48. All right, there he is. How about that?
Soroka's up front.
Yeah, I think Soroka might have pulled something there. I don't know if we missed the 48, getting in trouble or what, but yeah, Soroka's going to start up front with, I think that was a 69, if I'm not mistaken.
69.
Yep, to his
yes,
outside.
Sir.
All right, so
then you got Cowboy Matt there sitting in third for Country Girl.
Yeah. There's a 95 of Pro Viper sitting right around P5. So let's actually jump on board with the 95. He's going to have a great view of this top five, getting through the inner loop, kind of getting into these braking sections. Going to come back out onto the turn 1, 2 of the actual oval. Country Girl, as we get around, let's see. I'll actually kind of point out what that chicane or what that inner loop was. As you watch the 95 come down the backstretch, he's hard on the brakes right here, going over those turtles. Now these littler pieces, that's actually part of the track, but those two areas that the 95 just went through, those are chicanes, or those are inner loops. You'll see those more when we get to Watkins Glen again a little bit later on in the season, but that's what I was talking about before. And yet here's another one. Going through the left, and then the right, and then the left of the inner loop on the front stretch, and going into turn 1. A little bit of beating and banging. It doesn't really look like anybody lost any kind of control, so they're gonna keep it all on the up and up. They are absolutely racing hard, though. Here's the 95. Kind of Matt's in a little bit of a sandwich right there between him, the 95 and the 8 of Augustus.
Soroka spins out.
Yeah, Soroka might have got loose. I just saw the 95 get past him. This 95 and 8 are a dead heat coming through the last couple turns before they get back out onto the going towards turn 1, towards the actual oval part of the track. Boy, that was some bit of some rough driving between the three of those. Matt was actually really, really wise in backing out of that. It could have been a lot worse. So Matt said, "You guys go ahead and race as hard as you want. I'll reel you back in." So great piece of driving by Matt, as the 8 and the 95 were really battling hard. Going to keep going through the field. Let's get back to a track cam here.
Speaking of great driving by Matt, man, I tell you what, I've raced around him a lot this season, and I enjoy racing around him. He's clean. He uses his head. I enjoy racing around him week in and week out.
Oh, yeah. And I'll tell you what, Matt, for it being Matt's first year, I think he's actually in a tie right now for 12th in points. That crawl that you see along the bottom of the screen, you'll see KG Swats, Cowboy Matt, and Boehner all sitting at 106. They're in, that's 106 points behind the leader, Augustus. That's like 11th, 12th, and 13th, but the 13th position driver in there as well, because it is, again, a tie in points. I'm going to keep going through the field here. Here's the 81 of Smitty. Jose, thank you very much for the follow, sir. I absolutely appreciate you.
Oh, Jose.
It's going to be great to see you back on track Thursday night there, bud. Keep going through. Here's the 18 car shotgun. That's a pretty nice looking red, white, and blue paint scheme as well. He's right on the outside of the 81 is Smitty, going through the oval. Here's a 19 of Matt. Look at Matt flying up through turn 1, off the wall, cutting it back in, getting ready for the inner loop. He is wheeling that thing around, getting the back end to kind of slide out a little bit, getting really, really close to the I forget what they actually call them. They're not turtles. Those they're just curbs. There we go. All right. Let me see here. All right, Tyrone.
Looks like looks like Pro Viper expired.
Oh boy. Yeah, that might have been. I don't know if that was with instruction or not. Well, I'd like to say no, but hey, you never know. Yeah, Tyrone. I'm glad to hear it. Who knows? Maybe next week when we head to Bristol, or the week after, I'll be talking about you. But you can absolutely bank on either Carol or Smitty reaching out to you, talk to you about NNR, go through a couple things that's needed in order to race in this community. I don't even like to call it a league. This is a community of great drivers. We actually at times meet up with each other at different tracks. Like we met up last year at Atlanta, waiting to see where we're going to go this year. But it's going to be a great season. Let's see.
I tell you what, there, Pete, the 69 car spun out coming out of the back chicane, and Dohar just laid into him. There's a few cars involved in that.
Yeah, I was actually just caught up with the 88 of Dohar. He's got the 35 of Jelly Roll, another person we really haven't talked much about tonight. Jelly Roll and Soroka, they are more known for their dirt driving. They were well known for it in Heat 3, and again in Heat 4. As you see the 35 Jelly Roll getting loose, hitting that inside wall, and actually just went around. Hope I didn't just curse the young man by doing that, but sorry about that, Jelly Roll. Here's back to 29 of Bill's Legend. Another one. He's got a clean car. Not too many issues with that. He's looking pretty quick going down the back, hitting into the inner loop, going over the turtles on the left, missing them on the right. So you really want to try to hit those if you can to get that car to maybe get up on one side and help it turn a little bit. Man, Floto, I'd love to go to New Hampshire. I'm not a big fan of it, watching it on TV. It's kind of a boring track to me, but any track you go to is better live. So it's going to...
Besides Indianapolis. Indianapolis is not a track to go to.
I'm Indy now. But I will tell you, though, Flowdog, I was actually just talking to JCX12 earlier today, as well as Silent and whatnot. That Martinsville night race, the first ever night race, is looking better and better. I think ticket prices right now are between $50 and $90. That's going to be an amazing race to go to. This race, the green flag for that race drops at 8:00 p.m. That's going to be amazing. Going to keep going through as catch up with the Mountaineer, and that's 61. Oh, it looks like Mountaineer got a little loose, but he's able to correct it and keep it green. Tyrone, they'll reach out to you probably on
Xbox, more likely.
Xbox first, and then they'll actually add you to the Facebook chat, and then they'll add you to Discord. But there's some information that they'll go over with you first. Make sure that you're able to use Discord. Make sure that you've got a good internet connection. They're going to ask you, how you fare on Heat 4. Does anybody have any kind of issues with you? Are you a record? Do you have a bad reputation? They're going to ask you, because this league, this community is very, very well known for a lot of great racing. Again, this is the best on default Xbox, period. They're going to keep going through. Here's back to the 2-car Dooman. Dooman heading into one. Bit of a battle here.
At that time of the race here, Pete, who's your pick for a race win?
Oh, race win. Well, I haven't seen Aviator in a little bit, but I got to say, if he's able to work his way back up through traffic, which I don't think he'll have a problem with that, with the kind of car he's had, I've got to go with the Aviator as my win. And for Dark Horse, I'm going to go... Actually, you know what? My Dark Horse, I'm going to go with Matt. I'm going to go with Cowboy Matt to possibly lock himself into the chase with a win here at the Roval. Who you got?
Well, you took my dark horse pick, yeah, and Cowboy Matt, but I'm going to go with Soroka as the winner. And my dark horse pick probably be, I don't know.
Country Girl, when we say dark horse, we have a favorite to win. I chose the Aviator. Dark horse is someone that is running well tonight, but hasn't won yet, and isn't really known to be like a top 1, top 2, top 3 driver week in and week out. It's someone that could surprise everybody and lock in a win. Just like Chase Outlaw is saying his dark horse is the 69 of a Rowdy. That's a very big possibility. Rowdy was fast. It's very possible that he's able to get that W tonight also.
I'm going to go with Knights, buddy, as a dark horse.
Whew, that is a dark horse.
That's reaching down there, but, you know, he was running good earlier. We'll see how he turns out.
Yeah. Yep, it'll be interesting to see if Knights is able to claw his way back up through. Country Girl's saying that there's 16 more laps to go in the race, so these guys are going to have to make a stop, a green flag pit stop somewhere along the way. They definitely can't go the entire distance without pitting. In fact, you know what? I've got a stream up from both the Aviator and Boehner in their cars tonight. Looks like, let's see. I'll go ahead and I'll pull Boehner's first. It looks like Boehner right now is running right around P12, and he is showing it looks like he's showing a custom car in the lead right now. I'm not quite sure who that is, so let me go ahead and switch on over to Aviator's stream. Aviator right now is showing that he is he's on the wrong menu for me to. Whoa, big air by the Aviator. Holy cow. He took those turtles. That was crazy. They are on lap 43 of 55. And the Aviator right now, it looks
That's your
like.
leader.
Yep, he is your leader. And actually, I don't think he is. I actually think right now the 21 of Sledgehammer is your leader. And Aviator is actually coming through the exit of the inner loop, and the 21 Sledgehammer is right in the middle of the inner loop. So right now it's saying that the 21 and Sledgehammer is your leader, but they may be in the middle of green flag pit stops. So it could actually be that Aviator will eventually be the leader, but right now we're going to go ahead and try to catch up to the 21, see where he's at, see how he's running, because he's the man with the lead right now. So, and when I just get to him, he's actually getting into the inner loop, going down the middle of the backstretch, going through 3 and 4. And looks like he's got quite a bit of a gap back to second place. Not quite sure how far back second is. Unfortunately, that is one of the tools that we need. I know, Zane, you're not in charge of that anymore. It's some Mr. Wilson guy over at Motorsports.com. Mr. Wilson, please, we need the tool. We need a track map for broadcasting. We need time between cars. We need a leaderboard with time between. We need tools, as HD loves to say. So please give us the tools. We need the tools. We crave the tools. All right, let's keep going through. There's enough of talking about a tool, huh? Here's the 8 of Augustus. Let's see, the 18 of Shotgun. Let's see. Gonna keep going through here. Here's a 19 of Cowboy Matt right on the hot trails of that 22 of Soroka. Looks like the 19 has a little bit of damage now. Not sure if he did that going into pits or what, but he is absolutely putting the heat on that 22. Soroka was really strong in the Truck Series race the other night. Again, he just about won it. He got loose going into turn 1 on the final lap, turned it into the inside wall, and the truck of Duncan was able to get by after checking up, make sure that he wasn't collected, and he was able to move on, get that win, punch his ticket into the chase. As long as he gets in, I believe still has to get into the top 16 in points, but there's plenty racing left. As we just saw the 22 of Soroka pulling down into the pit, so it really looks like green flag pit stops are underway. Tyrone, not only possibly welcome to NNR, but thank you very much for the follow as well, sir. Absolutely appreciate you. Here's the 11 of Parzival, someone who's asking where he was earlier. Parzival's looking a little loose right now. I'm not sure if he's on a controller or on a wheel. Might have just been getting onto the brakes, maybe a little loose, but looking like he's pretty clean and green under the gas. Big inner loop for the 11 as he comes out, getting back out into the oval. Here's the 35 of Jelly Roll. Really nobody anywhere around him. 29 of Bill's Legend. Bill still has a really clean car, keeping it pretty racy tonight. Let's see here. Here's the 3 is Zachary Jason, putting a little pressure on the car in front of him. Here's old Master Killer back in those Duke colors, 39. Looks like Outlawed Beast is in the pits. Here's old KG Swats, Shadowlack's brother. Oh, as Swats actually hit the inside wall and spun it around, he's going to grab a gear and keep it going. Lucky for him. 28 car. Oh, Q-Dog sitting there in that Switch 9. Haven't really talked much about Q-Dog. He's part of that J-Paw posse, that J-Paw army, whatever you want to say. His car's looking pretty clean also. Looks like he's really able to hustle it around. Ooh, maybe not so much on the brakes. Gave it a little bit too much gas coming out of that final turn before getting back out onto the main track. Pretty hard contact right there. That's definitely going to shorten up a fender or two. Here's a one-car Destroyer. Destroyer also a little bit of front-end damage. Not too bad. There's 23, old Cole 315. Go ahead, Striker.
That car's pretty clean, that old green car there.
Yeah, it really is. He's had a great bit of he's had a great bit of luck tonight. Not really getting collected in anybody's issues. Let's see. I'm bad luck, I tell ya. J-Paw says I'm bad luck. Every time I get to a car, they're either coming out of the wall, coming out of a course penalty, or I'm with them as they get into it. So, yeah. Hey, what do you know? Yeah, Flow Dog, a little bit too much hustle. Yeah, absolutely. Sometimes slower is faster. Let's keep going through. Here's the 60 old Stout Whiskey. It's going to be interesting to see how Stout does Thursday night as we head over to HD Motorsports YouTube channel right around 9 o'clock with the Cup guys. That's going to be great. He's merging back on the track. Boy, he swung that one wide. Here's 6 of Ingles. He was the first retiree. Back to old Ripper Magoo. Let's keep through. Big battle here between the 48, the 22, and yeah, a little. Yeah, he definitely gave him a little bit of that chrome horn. Looks like all these guys right here are really pushing. You see the 60 is Stout. He just came out of the pits. Got the 48 right in front of him. In front of the 48 was the 22 of Soroka. Soroka's really been on a tear here the last several weeks. He has been top 3 top 5 almost every race that he's ran. He's actually spent quite a bit of time in the booth post race, talking to him, talking about his race, talking to him, what he may have picked up. We're, still talking about how he's more of a dirt racer, but yet he's showing up a lot of these asphalt guys every week. He's been very, very strong. Country Girl's telling us that there's 9 more laps to go. I'm going to try to check back in here. What's that?
48 into the pits.
Yep, 48's heading into the pits. I'm going to check in on Boehner's stream here, and it looks like, okay, yeah, Boehner just passed by the 48 as the 48 made his entrance into the pits, and it looks like, yeah, the 48 is the leader right now. So I'm going to get back to the track here. 48 should be exiting here pretty soon as he sits right in front of the 95 of Viper right there. Here's the 93 in Knights, your dark horse. He's coming through the backside of the inner loop right now, about to pull back out onto the main track, going into 1 and 2. Well, the oval 1 and 2. Ducking down onto the apron. A lot of people say that there's some grip down there. When you ran in the trucks the other night, did you find that there was more grip on the apron or up on the actual banking, Striker?
I found it more on the banking myself.
Did it in the practice that you did? And again, everybody had about 2 weeks to actually try to get in some practice time. Did you find that your times were better when you ran the apron rather than the actual banking?
I didn't run the apron enough to compare to maybe a lap.
You're cutting out just a little bit. I heard you say lap, and that was about it. There you go.
I didn't really run the apron too much, maybe a lap or two, nothing to compare times really. I ran what I knew because, like I said, I'm not a road course racer by no means. So I primarily stayed up on the track. I couldn't give you that intel, apron or track.
Well, I mean, any little bit is helpful. And I tell you what, speaking about being helpful, man, I really appreciate you kind of setting tonight's race out. You definitely had the option of going out there and mixing it up with these guys as Xfinity is pretty much wrapping up their time here at the Roval. I definitely appreciate you sitting this one out and coming up here into the booth with me, talking about the race and calling it, talking about the podcast that we're going to be kicking off here pretty soon. And in just a couple of weeks, we're going to have some more big news regarding the All-Star race when we get closer to it, right back here in Charlotte. It's going to be something that nobody's going to want to miss. The format to get into it, and the actual award that may or may not go to the eventual winner. There will be something given away that night, something that's going to be very valuable, and may not even go to the winner. Stay tuned for more. We're going to keep going through. Here's the 8 car of Augustus. Old 18 of Shotgun. Here's the 19 of Matt. Matt looks like he's got some damage now. Earlier, his car was pretty clean. Not sure where that came from. We weren't with him when that happened. He's probably happy that I wasn't, considering the battles that he's been in. Let's see. Gonna keep going through. I'm gonna try to catch back up with our winner. I'm sorry, our leader rather. Let's see if I can find the 48, and then I'll pull up his stream and kind of ride along with him. Saw somebody there on the inner loop. Where are you? Trying to catch him. There he is. There's the 48. All right, now let me go ahead and pull his mixer back up. There we go. And it looks like Where are you? Oh, where'd he go? I lost him. Oh, got it a little into the walls there just a little bit. Oh, there we go.
Yeah,
Okay.
Pete, I'm going to
Now
take the
I
time
got
to,
it. Yeah,
I'm going
go
to
ahead.
take time to say thanks for letting me come up in the booth here tonight. And it's not all the time that us drivers get to come up and do this while there's league races going on. But I personally took this race to set out tonight, not being one of my strong races. But thanks for having me up here. I'm looking forward to Bristol next week. Looking forward to bigger and better things to come for NNR. Like you said, the Charlotte All-Star race, that's going to be interesting. Excited about that. You know,
Oh yeah,
you guys do a great.
Yeah,
You guys do a
not
great job
only
week in and week out.
Yeah, yeah. No, it's going to be the Charlotte All-Star race is going to be great. The way that guys actually get into the race is going to be great. It looks like they're on lap 52 of 55. So for the last about half lap, I've been sitting here with the 48, the Aviator. He's coming up on the 24th place car of Destroyer. Kind of put him a lap down right there, but Destroyer absolutely gave him plenty of room. And oh, just as I did that, 48 went hard into the inside wall. That jinx is absolutely there, and I'm so sorry. Looks like he was able to retain the lead though. Looks like whoever is in second was only about 2 seconds back now. So yeah, the 48 definitely got loose. Maybe tried to give it a little too gas. Maybe he felt a little too good about where his tires were, but he absolutely just looped it around there. Good thing he had the lead he had, because they are coming up on 1 to go here in about a half lap. Sledgehammer is actually showing about 16 seconds behind. So as he was going through the menu, he was actually quite a bit further than what I had seen. So we'll get a top 3 here in just a little bit. Right now, it looked like it was going to be the 48, the Aviator, Sledgehammer in P2. Not sure right now who's in P3, but man, Aviator has run an amazing race. He's going to try to put the 15th place car of Mountaineer a lap down, just as the Aviator is going to get a course penalty. That's going to allow the Soroka the 22 of Soroka to make up a whole lot of ground, as well as the 21 of Sledgehammer. He's on lap 54 of 55, so 2 laps to go. Great racing. I'm actually going to go ahead and close that down a little. Hey, Maverick, how are you? Cole and Q-Dog, they were running pretty well before. Cole was struggling a little bit, but he was able to keep it going. A little bit of damage. He was all right. Q-Dog had, I think, one issue while I saw him on camera. I think he had looped it around, but he kept it going. So we'll have to see how they fare. But right now, you got the 48 of the Aviator. You've got the 21 of Sledgehammer running P2. And you've got the Soroka running P3 right now. So we'll see how this fares. But the 48 of Aviator has absolutely put on a clinic here tonight. There's really nobody anywhere around him. None of his immediate competition, I should say. He's been lapping a couple cars here and there, putting a couple cars 2 laps down as you see him go by the 61 of Mountaineer. No, Exodus, you're absolutely welcome, man. It's good to see you back on the stream. It's been definitely been a while. Let's see here. Chaos, I think you're right, man. I think he has led just about all of the laps outside of the green flag pit stops. Here he is actually catching up on the 23 of Cole 315. Cole should do the respectful thing and kind of give him a clean lane to run in. But I know Cole, and he is forever racy. He's never really, I've never really known him to just pull over. But he may do that knowing what kind of car Aviators got under him as they go through that bit of an inner loop, getting back out onto the main oval. And this should be the last lap. He's going to try to put the Cole 315 at least one lap down. So you right there, Exodus, you saw that live. But Aviator is absolutely on his way to locking this down. And I think that was probably it right there as he crossed the start-finish line.
Yes.
Yep.
Yes, sir.
That was it. So great race by the Aviator. Great race by Boehner. I want to thank them both very much for their streams. We're going to go ahead and wait until the rest of the guys finish the track, and then we will get back to the booth and we'll get our top three in there. Again, I think it's going to be the 48 of the Aviator, the 21 of Sledgehammer, and the 22 of Soroka. Again, Soroka with another top three finish. Great points night for the guy. Aviator is not here collecting points, so it's almost going to be like Sledgehammer is going to walk away with top points among every other Xfinity regular. And then Soroka also, he's in that championship hunt. He's going to be thankful for the points that he's going to collect tonight as well. Just waiting on the rest to cross that start-finish line. This really goes to show what kind of a lead the Aviator had on the rest of the field. He's actually going down the backstretch through that inner loop, and the rest of the field hasn't crossed that start-finish line yet. So, yeah. He had a 16-second lead on second place. I didn't get to see how far it was back to third, but again, great race by the Aviator. Striker, any closing thoughts for you, sir? Anything that you may have been able to take away from tonight's race?
From what I've seen, the guys raced pretty cleanly. I watched turn one quite a bit. Everybody got through there on each restart fairly clean. There's a couple mistakes going through the chicane before the start-finish line there. People were getting the track penalty. But all in all, it was a pretty good race. I can't say nothing negative about it, but it's not a track for me.
Yeah, it's not a track for me either. Like I was saying earlier, if we go to a track where the brakes are involved, forget about it. I'm not winning that. Although I tell you what, we were running just some general public lobby races the other day, and HD popped into the chat, and a few other guys popped into the chat as well. And one of the races at Martinsville,
I was running with you.
Yeah, I actually walked away. Well, I don't want to say I walked away, but I ended up actually winning a public lobby room, which doesn't say much, at Martinsville. So, yeah, absolutely surprised myself. As you see, so far we've got the Aviator and old Sledgehammer back into the booth.
Third.
Yeah, we're just waiting on Soroka, I believe. Who'd you say, Augustus?
Augustus.
Oh, Augustus was able to get by. So hopefully Augustus remembers to come on up to the booth to chat with us here for a little bit. Let's see. Let's see if we can't. I don't see him in the regular chat anymore. Aviator, can you grab Augustus, please?
I can try.
Appreciate it. I don't think I have Augustus on my friends list. Name on me. Let's see. Nope, I don't. Either that or let me see if he's one of those guys that shows offline. There he is. All right. Popped in. All right. Gustus. Let me see. So we got Gustus in here. We got Sledgehammer in here, and there's the Aviator. He's back. All right. So now we got all three. Gustus, it's a repeat. You got me, bud.
Yeah, I got you.
Hey, man. The last time I saw, Soroka was in third place, and then I hear that you kind of slid into that spot. How'd you get by that 22 on the final lap, and how'd your race go, sir?
My race went fairly well. I was basically third and fourth. The first two stages was consistent. The second stage, I got into it. The 19 and the 95 got together, and I kind of got involved in it. And for some reason, 95 was upset with me, and I got put in the wall. But neither here nor there. I got pushed back to 12th, and then ended up going back to the front. After the round of pit stops in the last stage, ended up behind Soroka and made my way back up the fourth, and then actually I gained 3 seconds on Soroka in the last lap, and going into the last two corners, coming to the start finish line, I was like, I'm going in, I'm going in these two corners as deep as it can go, and I did that, and I bounced off the inside wall in the first corner, and Soroka jumped the blue rumble strip on the last corner, and he got a penalty, and the game stopped him. And I barely
Oh,
made the last corner. Yeah, I barely
gotcha.
made the last corner. I actually hit him because I was so close to barely making the last corner, and I went across the finish line spinning out.
Man, that you're talking about that battle between you, the 95 of Viper, and the 19 of Cowboy Matt. We were actually on you for that battle, and you were on the inside, 95 Vipers on the outside, and you guys were making Cowboy Matt sandwich. And so where Cowboy Matt kind of backed it out, and you and the 95 went side by side through the inner loop. That was absolutely some great racing. We did see all that contact, but man, way to pull that out, P3. I kind of pointed out earlier, you don't have a win yet this year, but yet you are sitting first in points by about 45, if I'm not mistaken, 43 over Dooman. Actually, that crawl is going across the screen as I speak. So yeah, great race tonight, great finish, ton of points. I'm sure you'll maintain the point lead. Striker, why don't you go ahead and take P2? Grab old Mr. Sledgehammer.
Yeah, congratulations, Sledgehammer, on runner-up position. How you doing tonight?
It's a pretty good race, man. Feeling pretty good.
Yeah, what's your outlook on tonight's race? Take us through your races and pit strategies and um, this final restart, green flag pit stops here in the final stage.
Yeah, man. Didn't expect the P2. Probably P5, P6 is what I was thinking, but that incident that Goose was talking about, I got by all three of them and set sail from there. Pit strategy at the end. And once I saw Knights behind me pit, I just moved time just because I knew I wasn't going to lose any time on anyone else except for Aviator. But yeah.
Well, man, nice to see you finish up front tonight at the Charlotte. Seems you had a pretty decent car. Congratulations again on P2.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Any shout outs there, Sledgehammer?
Shout out to you guys broadcasting, getting our names out there and all that. But yeah.
All right, man. Definitely appreciate that. Augustus, I'm sorry I missed you, man. Any shout outs for you, sir?
I'll basically say the same. I mean, thank you guys for doing what you do and broadcasting. I appreciate it. I've given out shout outs a couple times, so there's a first for that. Thanks, guys.
All right. Yeah, definitely appreciate it. And then the one and only Aviator. You got me, sir.
That's me.
Aviator, what are you doing here tonight, buddy? I tell you, we're talking about road course racing, right? We're talking about I think you told me in the beginning of the season you're probably going to save your 5 races to run either trucks or an Xfinity for the road course races to get that seat time. Do you really think you needed the seat time tonight? You look like you were really the dominant in your own zip code kind of race. Tell us about it, man. Where did you come up with this setup?
Well, Pete, here's the deal. I'm the best there is, plain and simple. I mean, I wake up in the morning and I piss excellence. Nobody can hang with my stuff. I'm just a big,
Oh.
hairy American winning machine. Wait first, you last.
Okay. I got nothing
Never a
for you,
dull
buddy.
moment with Aviator.
No, man. No, man. That was an amazing race. You definitely yarded the field. Um, this was an example, and I'm not trying to slight anybody in trucks or anybody in Xfinity, but you are the kind of driver that exemplifies NNR. You're multi-winner in the Xfinity or Xfinity Series, multi-winner in Cup Series. You're a Cup Series champion from last year. You're on a roll to maybe try to repeat this year. Man, congratulations on the win. I know you're not running for points in Xfinity. This was one of your 5 that you get. Great race tonight. Any shout outs, bud?
Yeah, shout out to you guys. I mean, it must have been a rough race to watch. Uh, I don't know. There wasn't much battling between, I guess, competitive cars. But yeah, my only competitor for this one kind of had engine problems at the beginning, so I was kind of just left alone out there. Otherwise, probably was a good race. But yeah,
Yeah, it really was a good race. There were a lot of highlights in the race tonight. Lot of lowlights too. We saw people get collected. We saw people cutting the course and ended up getting stopped. And unfortunately, when they got stopped, other cars were the game stopped them in, we'll just say, less optimum places, but or optimal places. But man, great race by all 3 of you. Great race by the entire field tonight. We're really looking forward to the Cup guys. We'll have to see what you got for the main guys on Thursday night as we head on over to HD Motorsports YouTube channel. Again, Thursday night, right around 9 o'clock. Whether you watch this tonight or whether you watch this later, please, by all means, don't miss a lap as we head on further into the season. Go on up, hit that follow button, hit that subscribe button, smash the notifications so you don't miss a thing. I saw where Coey jumped in on our channel as well. Coey, if you're still there, if you watched the race tonight, did you have any feedback for these guys, sir?
Oh, I had plenty of feedback. I had feedback all night long. No, it
Okay,
was a good
any
race.
feedback that you'd like to share on this stream?
No, it was an up and down race. I had most of all the Cup guys in chat. I was with them, trying to keep them calm and trying to keep the guys that were in the lower series as calm. And all in all, I think they did a pretty good job. Some guys, needed a little bit more patience, and some, exceeded. It was a good race. You guys did a good broadcast. Aviator dominated as usual in his road course. Did well.
Yeah, he absolutely did that, and uh, there was a gentleman that checked in on the chat, and I think he has actually gone over to the website already and has applied to be either a truck or Xfinity Series driver. I told him that either you, Smitty, or Carol would be reaching out to him, so you can look forward to speaking with that young man. But as it is for me, guys, I will see you on Thursday night, straight back here from the Roval with the one and only Mr. HD Motorsports. Speaking of HD, Bud, if you are watching, if you're listening, whatever, I want to thank you for all the help that you've given me in getting this OBS up and running. As you can see, I got the transparent NNR symbol on your screen, got the points ticker for our Xfinity guys, the top 12 anyway, going across your screen. That is all due to the help that I've received from HD again. But until then, I will catch you guys around the track. Thank you very much.